Hello, world. You thought you were going to see Richard. The Halloween edition of Ballin' with Rich. Woo! Rich Flair's here. And I'm in the room with the baddest engineer. And I got a guest with me today. Welcome to the Halloween edition of Ballin' with Rich. And that's being active, living life, ignoring the negativity, y'all. Woo! It's good to be here, y'all. Let me get back in my real self, y'all. This is the Halloween edition. And as y'all can see, I'm Ric Flair. The best there is, the best there was, the best ever will be. I'm him this time around the year. And happy Halloween to my people out there. And welcome to the Halloween edition. And today we're just going to talk about things of Halloween, and we might get into other things too. Talking about scary movies, talking about all kind of things. Please call in today, y'all. 248-854-9850. And with your favorite Halloween movie, scariest moment ever at Halloween, favorite Halloween costume you ever had, favorite moment with the kids trick-or-treating, just call in and help us today. All right. Because I'm feeling like Ric Flair, y'all. Y'all got me sounding like him now. One more time. To be the man, you got to beat the man. Just like Michigan State did Michigan yesterday, y'all. Woo! Yes, sir. I love it. All right. Okay, that's enough. All right. I have a guest with me today. I have a mermaid. I have a beautiful lady next to me today. Woo! You know that's how Ric Flair, that's how he move anyway. All the ladies always around. My first guest today. I got a call already. First guest, let me introduce you to her. The Mrs. Miss number one. First lady. Miss Monique is in the house. Woo!
Hey, everybody. Happy Halloween.
Hey, how you doing, Monique?
I'm good.
All right. I'm about to put on the spot today like Martin did Gina. Remember when Martin, he took that break and left Gina alone? I promise I wouldn't do that. She was like, oh, Richard. My other person that was supposed to came, they had to work, but that's okay. We said we're going to do this Halloween edition. How you doing today, Miss Heath?
I'm great.
All right. So, I know, because I always tell a lot of people, I know that you're not into the scary movies like you used to be, but I know you had some favorites back in your day. Real quick, just tell us about can you remember the first scary movie that you ever seen before?
Well, the first scary movie that I I saw, actually, it was a couple. And it wasn't in the movie theater. Okay. I actually do. I don't know if anybody remembers this. This is back in the day. I'm probably really showing my age, but you remember On and It. I think it was on. On. Remember On used to come on after like channel 20 or something would go off, and it was like HBO before the HBO and cable and everything.
Oh, wow.
And I went over to my brother's house, me and my sister and his wife's sister. Mm-hmm. We spent the night. This was like Halloween. Okay. And they used to show like 3 or 4 movies back to back. Mm-hmm. And so they showed the very first Friday the 13th. The other movie was Last House on the Left. Okay. And the last one was He Knows You're Alone. Oh, so you love all the movies. I can't believe that you still not into them. I was so scared after that. I was okay at their house because I think all of us was in the bed together. Okay. Because we, end up spending the night that night. Okay. But when I went home, I was up for like a couple of days. Like I was going in my parents' room, like sleeping there because I was so scared. Now that was some scary movies to be like the first kind of scary movies I had really saw. Oh wow! Yeah, I think the scariest definitely was the Friday 13th. That messed me up. Yeah. All right, my favorite. I don't know if people know that. Like He Knows You're Alone. I think that was like Tom Hanks' like first movie. Oh yeah. So. I haven't seen that one. Yeah, that was kind of one of his first movies he ever did. Oh, but okay. I vaguely remember those two that I saw. But But Friday 13th, I remember that one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, and I never saw another Friday 13th. I mean, I've seen like clips of Friday the 13th on TV.
Probably because I've been watching. But you keep on moving. She'll see what you watch. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Okay, yeah.
And the only one I think we saw the Friday 13th that I went to go see in the theater was like horrible. It wasn't even scary. We went to the drive-in to see it, and it was like Jason was chasing people around on the spaceship or something. It was horrible.
The worst Halloween. The worst Friday the 13th, y'all, in the catalog, for real.
Yeah.
That's the only one. She looked at me. Well, it's bad enough we went to go see the drive-in.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of glad, because if I went to the movies, I'd really been really mad.
Yes.
But I was watching that, y'all. She looked at me like, Richard, you all right? I was like, I'm ready to go home. She's like, what? The Friday 13th King? Ready to go home? I'm like, man, this is horrible. Horrible. But believe it or not, that's not my worst horror film that I ever saw. I'm going to have to wait till my one caller call in. We're going to talk about that one. I know he's going to call in on that one. But like I said, like today was the first time I ever went out. Usually when I, even to have Halloween candy just hanging around the house or sitting around the house, I usually get it, way before Halloween, the day of. But today was actually the first day I ever went out to get the candy on the day. And I tell you, y'all, Halloween is getting way more commercial than Christmas, for real. You can't find nothing. You go on the 30th or 31st, you are out of luck, for real. I'm telling you. So just tell me, what was your favorite experience, trick-or-treating or Halloween moment? One of your favorites. I know you have a lot of them, but what was one of your favorites?
What I miss about Halloween, like when we took my daughter out, we would always take her like to the suburbs and everything like that. But when we were growing up, we would be right in the neighborhood, whatever, trick or treating, and that was what was cool. We go to our neighbors' houses, and the big place, which is like like how we took Monet like to the suburbs. We would always go to Palmer Park. I mean, every house in Palmer Park would be giving out candy. That was the big place, and it was like right around the block from me. Okay. Right around the block from where I stayed. But I just remember my mom. It's a trip when I was buying Monet costumes. Her costumes were pretty fancy.
Yeah.
Hers would be fancy. I remember my mom used to get those costumes with had a plastic strap on the back.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Oh man,
and you couldn't hardly breathe out of them.
Oh man, I remember
they had
those.
Just a little cut in the front.
Matter of fact, you know what? One of my first Halloween costumes I ever had that I remember, I was a skeleton. And I had that kind of mask, that plastic, that mask with the two holes in the nose, and that's it. Boy, but you know what? Back then, we didn't care. We suffered because it was just fun. It was just so much fun.
One time, I don't even know what, my mom brought this, I don't even know what I was, and people was asking me, she got it, because my mom worked at, well, it's not even there anymore, but she worked at Kmart's on 12 Mile and Telegraph, excuse me. But, they would have tons of them. And she just brought a costume like here, And one time, what I was? It was like, it looked like Michael Jackson, but it wasn't. It was like, and they had the mask, and I think they stopped, because I'm like, really, them costumes were kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
Because they were made out of plastic. The body part was made out of plastic. That's why I think they stopped making them like that. But yeah, it had like little music notes on it. My mom was just like, here you go, costume. And then a lot of times, even, when she didn't buy me those type of costumes, she would make costumes for me. One time I think I was a clown. One time I put some pillows in the front of my shirt and put a pillow in the back. And but you had to get creative. The costumes weren't all fancy like how they are now. So you had to be creative back then.
And the funny thing is, the one reason why I got into dressing up again was Monet.
Yeah.
I think it was her that did it. Because I used to always take her trick or treating. She'd be like, "Dad, why don't you just put something on? You need to put something on your head." I'm like, "No, I'm making sure you enjoying yourself, or whatever." So her senior year, she said, "Dad, this is my last year trick or treating with you. You gonna put on I don't care something." So that year, that was my first costume as an adult. I was John Cena, y'all. That was that year I put the John Cena on, and her friends, they was like, "Oh," when I remember when I went over, they was like, "Oh, cool, Dad, it's cool. Look at him with the John Cena on." I had to represent, so I had the John Cena hookup on, and so that was my first year. Then last year was our second year. I'm thankful that we ended up still having a nice, after what's been going on with that pandemic, we still had a nice little gathering over at the house. Our first Halloween party over at the house like that. We had a couple of guests over, and last year, I think y'all saw me on the podcast. I was Run DMC. Yeah, representing the King of Rock. Yes, sir. And today, the best there is, Ric Flair. Yeah, y'all know about him. Yeah. So, one of my favorite, like I said, I had a lot of favorite Halloween moments, like the ones definitely taking Monet trick-or-treating and, getting out of the car and her being scared. I remember she used to be scared to go to the door. Even when she got older, scared to go to the doors because she would see people walking around in little scary costumes or outfits, and I'm like, "Girl, you better go get that candy. I'm not going to get it for you." But, yeah. And trick-or-treating with my nieces and nephews. Oh, my God. I would pack them in the van, and we go, and I used to love when Michael Myers would chase Stefan and all them around. That was fun times. But like I said, y'all, come on, call in 248-854-9850 with one of your favorite Halloween moments, or tell me how I'm looking as Ric Flair, please. I want to thank the baddest engineer for helping me out with this wig. I'm not used to stuff like this, but that's how Ric Flair wore it, so I had to wear it that way. All right. So, you know what? You mentioned some of your favorite Halloween movies. Everybody know for me it always been a toss up between Friday the 13th and Halloween. But the first scary movie that I ever saw in my life, I went to go see was what was it? It, the old It, back in the day. Yeah, that was the first one, and that one didn't really get to me. I mean, it wasn't, during that time I was I think Mom just like, I'm just gonna take Rich or whatever, 'cause I was just looking like, it didn't even scare me. But after that, Dress to Kill, y'all. I don't know if y'all know anything about that. Dress to Kill, I saw that. That wasn't really a horror movie, but it had its moments in there with Miss Angie Dickinson. I don't know if some of y'all old schools know about that one. Check that one out, Dress to Kill.
Police woman?
Yeah, she played the police woman, but not in the movie, but on TV she played the police woman, Miss Angie Dickinson. But we got a call. Okay, caller, you on the air?
Yes, can we not embarrass Monet today?
The daughter of Ric Flair. Woo! Hey, how you doing, Miss Monet in DC?
I'm good. I joined the chat, and I just already heard Monet was old and still scared. That is not true.
Come on now. You remember back in the day when you were real little?
No.
You
I mean, when I was little.
Yeah. And then there was sometimes when you got a little bit up there, you just look like, I don't know if I'm gonna go to that porch. I got your mom here as a witness now.
No, we can't lie on Monet now.
Oh, okay. I just think you used to just try to live in the moments. Like, this is a scary day, so I'm acting like I'm scary, but I'm not.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
Okay. How's the weather out in DC? What you up to today?
It's good. The sun is out. It's a little windy, but it's good.
Oh, you got sun today? Oh, it's been raining today. It looked good earlier today. It was, but it's still pretty nice. Just a little cloudy.
Yeah, it did rain. It was cloudy earlier, but it's good now. Nice weather for the holiday. So.
Yeah, and one thing that used to always have me laughing about Monet, because I'm about to ask in a minute. I'm pretty sure you got your bag still right now as a college student, because I remember that one day she said, "I'm not going to ever stop trick or treating."
Okay. I got a basket. Well, I was gonna give out some candy to some, because there's some people giving out candy to college students.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna give some candy out.
Okay. All right, Miss Monet.
All righty.
All righty. Well, I'm gonna talk to you later.
Yes.
All righty.
Enjoy.
All right. All right. Did they just still on call or you on the air?
Hey, everyone. How are you?
Hey, Miss Nita. Woo! Yes.
You know what? I was trying to call in. I know you talked about it, but Monique, hello, baby girl.
Hey.
Hey, do y'all know about the Night of the Living Dead?
Oh, you can't forget about that one. The
Yeah.
Night of the Living
Oh
Dead.
my
Yes.
God.
Yes. Classic.
You-
Classic.
You cannot go wrong with the Night of the Living Dead. I had to call in real quick and say, Night of the Living Dead and the original Chucky.
Oh,
Nobody know nothing about Chucky.
oh, you know what? Oh my God, that first one, I was like, man, this doll. I never want to see a doll like that again. You know, I'm telling you, especially one that talk. I was like, oh man, yeah, that was classic. It was so good, Nita, earlier today.
It was so good seeing you, my brother.
All right,
my big little brother.
big little brother.
I just want to say, for years, since I moved over here, I have been buying treats and stuff for the trick or treaters.
Okay.
They're not coming to the house anymore. Why is that, neat?
I don't know. We didn't get we had the little Halloween gathering last year, but we didn't get a lot of trick or treaters either. I think a lot of people are doing like trunk or treats. I think. Yeah. And then I know a lot of people. Like I know some of my friends and like my cousins. They took their kids like to some parties or they have a lot of places do stuff. And I don't know if that's what it is. It's just things are just everything is just kind of changed. It's just
well. Does that mean I got to eat all these potato chips and Snickers bars all
Save
by
me
myself?
some, Nita. I'll take care of that.
Any reason. I just want to tell y'all I love y'all, and I was just calling in to say I love y'all, and I'm having a good time tonight. We're about to watch some Chucky and Night of the Living Dead.
All right.
Perfect night for it. Perfect day for it.
Okay,
All
love
right,
y'all.
Kimberly.
Talk to
Okay,
y'all
love you,
later.
Nita.
All right.
all right.
Smooches.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Miss Juanita. All right. She, in case you might not know, she is the sister of one of the great guests I had on at the beginning of this month, as a matter of fact, for Domestic Violence Month, Miss Sheila White. Shout out to Miss Sheila White, Miss Katrina. Yes, sir. People still talking about that show. Yes, we're glad to have them on there. And matter of fact, I want to definitely mention the show last week, the 10-year reunion of The Color Black. It's coming back as a movie, y'all. Shout out to Mr. Danny Pitts. Mr. Derek Jackson, who lost the bet yesterday and got that big MSU on his Facebook. I love it. He is killing them, too. He is killing them. Derek, he do not like it. But, hey... Can't win them all. Maybe next year, D. No, I'm just joking. It was a great game, though. Great game by Michigan State and Michigan. Great game. And the outcome was just even greater. But oh, yeah. So, like I said, we're here, Halloween edition. All right. Miss Baddest Engineer, did you have a favorite Halloween movie back in the day that you loved? Or one that you...
It wasn't favorite. But I didn't like Nightmare on Elm Street.
You didn't like it? Really?
Because I would dream.
Oh.
I would be that person.
Oh, okay. That was another classic.
Well, I will say this about Nightmare on Elm Street. That I didn't see the very first one in the movie theater, but that was the first scary movie that I had saw in the theater, I believe. I think it might have been like the third or fourth part of Nightmare on Elm Street. And that's good for me to go to actually go to a movie theater and see a scary movie. Yeah, and then that's exactly what I was gonna say. I said I think I liked it because Freddie was funny and he was cool. He was to me. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I got that from a lot of people who got into that. They said the one thing they liked about it was scary, but Freddie kind of eased their nerves a little bit because he was that kind of killer that he'll kill you now, but he'll make you laugh before you kill him. Yeah, that was him.
But that like I said, for me to actually go to a movie theater and see a scary movie, I really liked Freddie, so that's what made me go because I think that is probably about the only. And then I went to what was that one we saw where it was like they didn't want to turn the lights off. And I went to see that because I ain't have a choice. We went to see something else. Me and Monet went in another theater and everything was, and I was like, well, Monet, we just gotta go in here because I'm like, we just gonna be sitting outside while they watching the movie because everything else was pretty much sold out. Yeah. And we had to end up coming in there. What was it called?
Lights Out or something. I can't think of the name.
I can't remember what the name of that movie was.
You know what? I can't remember either.
But it wasn't real scary.
That's why I can't remember the name of it.
But Freddy was probably about the only, Nightmare on Elm Street was the only movie I went to see, scary movie I went to see in the theater.
See, I can't, I know, see, you're not a scary movie fanatic. I can't ask you. I was going to ask you, what was the worst horror movie you ever saw? One that you was like disappointed where were like, I thought it was going to be something even scarier or horror than this. I mean,
oh gosh, that's hard.
It's not for me. I'm about to tell her. I thought the caller was gonna call in, but I'm about to tell you the one movie that disappointed me in history, y'all.
You know what one I do remember? I don't know why. Like I said, I watch so few scary movies. That's why I can kind of remember it. It was called Slumber Party Massacre.
Oh. Yeah, I remember that one.
It was bad because
it was.
All at the end, all that girl was doing, she just was crying. She just kept crying at the end, and I remember that. I said I barely remember it. It was so long ago that I saw it. I rented it, and I couldn't believe that I rented it because I didn't really like scary movies like that. But yeah, that one was pretty bad.
All right, let me put it on record. My worst. The movie that, I was so amped up for, was geeked and was like, oh, I cannot wait. It's even worse than Jason X. I was so mad, y'all. I really wish they had a video camera on me when the movie went off. I would never just forget the way I wish I could just see myself for real. The one movie that disappointed me more than any scary movie I ever seen in my life that I was so ready for, y'all. When I saw it, I was like, please tell me that they about to cut the lights back on and show something else. Please, please. Urban Legend 2. If you ever seen that, I know you like Rich. I know what you're talking about. If you saw Urban Legend 1, you would be like, oh my God, I can't wait for 2. That's how good Urban Legend 1 was. 2, I was about to go get my money back. I was fussing. And I'm not a cusser. I was even about to pull out some F words and all kind of stuff. I was so mad, man. I said, this can't be it. This cannot be it with this movie. I was just so disappointed. When you mean disappointed, on a negative scale. You can't, y'all know what I mean. Y'all can't go worse than that. But like I said, if you have a movie that disappointed you like that, I heard a lot of people, it was a mixed reaction with this last Halloween. I thought it was pretty decent. I thought it was good, to be honest. The last one that just came out, the Halloween Kills. The Halloween Kills, pretty good movie because I liked it because especially if you're a person that's really getting into the series, it showed you, it let you see what was happening in the beginning up to now where you could be like, okay, I didn't miss anything because with the new series, they started with the one that came out in 2018 to the one that came out now. It's like a part 2. All the other Halloweens don't supposed to exist anymore, y'all. That's what they trying to make it seem that they don't exist anymore. They're going with that. But as you know, Laurie Strode, my girl, Jamie Lee Curtis, shout out to her. I always said I wanted to do a movie with her. That's my girl. She only don't do scared movies. I know she's known as the queen of horror, but she's been in some other good stuff, decent stuff that I liked her in, Miss Jamie Lee Curtis. But yeah, she's involved back into it, and there's no other way that it should be. It should be like that, definitely, But just glad to be here. Halloween day, y'all. With the baddest engineer. I got the baddest lady in the house, Monique. Woo! And I got the baddest podcaster in the seat here. Sean P. There's a challenge going on. This is Rich Flair talking. I'm waiting for you. You're supposed to have been here. But since you're not here, I'm going to have to claim my crown as the #1 podcaster between the Laughing, Giggle, and Ballin' with Rich show. Woo! There we go. Woo! Just having fun, y'all. Just having fun. But no, shout out to Sean P, the Laugh and Giggle Show. We had so much fun last year doing that first thing of the Halloween show last year. So much fun. And can't wait to see them next hour. Tune on in, definitely. It's from 6 to 7. The Laugh and Giggle Show. We still at it. But Monique, like I say, it's for the people out there, it's kind of hard, especially if I want to go out on a date to go see something scary. It's hard for me because the missus, she's not going to see. No, I'm sorry. I can persuade her with anything. Like I can get you this or that. Just sit 2 hours in the movie. She's no. That's how much she really not really into the thing. But like I said, I be seeing her though every now and then. I'll be in the room and she'll peek whatever.
And then when I see it, I be like, oh no, I be like, I said I'm going upstairs.
Yeah, that's like last week. I had Rocket laughing last night. He was like, bring the family. Make sure you bring the family to the haunted house. Like I shook my head right away. I said, Rocket. It's just gonna be me, Rocket. If it comes, it's just gonna be me.
Yeah, I remember the church went to a haunted house. We took the kids. I stayed in the van.
She stayed in the van for 2 hours, y'all.
2 hours.
2.5 hours, y'all. That's how much she didn't even want to come in. That's bad, y'all. That's bad. Bad.
They ain't finna be chasing me, and I don't run for all that fast. I ain't gonna be falling, and nobody running on top of me. Dude. I remember, and this is a funny memory too. We took, and I know it had to be far out somewhere. My Rita, that's my mom's good friend. Her son and my sister are like brothers and sisters. So it was a whole big group of them that went to a haunted house, and it was far out. I can't even remember where it was, but all I remember is we went in the van. And I'm like 6 years younger than my sister, so I was kind of small. And me and her niece she's even younger than me. We stayed in the van, and then her and her sister were in the van with us. And so, my sister and like all the rest of the and her son and all the rest of them went inside the haunted house, and it was far. We parked real far away from the door. And we was out there for a couple of hours, me and her niece were playing. And all of a sudden we hear all this ruckus and like screaming. The people were chasing them to the van. And I mean, it was far from the haunted house.
What?
Yes, they chased them to the van. We literally they were trying to get inside the van. We literally were like using umbrellas and stuff.
What? Wow.
Hit them to get them out the van. And I said, I would never go to a haunted house.
Wow.
I remember that because I was really small, and I said, "Oh no, I would never go to a haunted house."
So that must have definitely stuck with you. So no wonder when we went to that time, you was like, "I'm all right." She had her good book. She said, "I'll see y'all when y'all get." I was like, "Monique gonna sit in this van all this hour?" And she was like,
2 hours.
She said there for 2.5 hours.
And I mean, we went before. Now I went because did you go that time? And then we went on the hayride.
Yeah.
Now the hayride wasn't scary. That wasn't really scary. But for me, I said, well, I'd be okay if they ain't, just as long as they not chasing me. I just sat, and then we went on. It wasn't really scary.
No, yes, it was.
Huh?
You must don't remember that moment. You must not have been paying attention. There was one moment, y'all. Now it got me. Now I was like, we on the hayride, it's moving, and as we moving, we talking or whatever. On the side, do you remember this guy on the side? He was walking.
Yeah, okay. I remember that.
It was this guy.
Remember that.
He did a Michael Myers move, y'all. He was just walking. And I turned around, looked. I'm like, we jumped, a couple of jump, like whoa, and he was smiling too. We was like, oh my god, that's something. He didn't even have to do nothing. That was scary.
Yeah.
That was a classic moment.
But to me, maybe it just that wasn't. I know I probably would have been a lot scared if I went to the one on the inside, but I was like, no. When they went, I said, said, "Oh no." And Richard said they was pulling him down.
Oh man,
it was like all kids and like so it was my nieces and nephews, all the kids from the church, and he was like they was grabbing all on him. I said, "Oh no, I see y'all when y'all get back."
Yeah, it was fun. If you love scary, if you love them Halloween haunted houses, that was one of the best ones for real. All right. Shout out off the subject real quick. Shout out to my brother Kerry Morgan today. I'm so glad to see him today. He was, matter of fact, he was my first guest on Ballin' with Rich back in April, and today he preached his first sermon, y'all. I was so happy about that. Shout out to Mr. Kerry Morgan. Yes, doing great things. I'm so glad to see him and his family this morning. All right, definitely had to get that shout out. It was good to be back in the service. Matter of fact, I can't believe because we were on Zoom. And today was my actual physical day back in the church. I couldn't believe it. I was just, it felt so good, y'all. It really did. For me, it was just like, oh my God, I said I gotta be back. I gotta go back. Definitely. I know this thing. We gonna get back, y'all. We gonna get back. Forget that. I'm not a cusser, but F COVID. I'm gonna say it like that. Ric Flair would have said the word, so I'm about to say it now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. F COVID, y'all. Some people are like, oh, he about to do it. No. Yeah, because it's bad enough. Last week I mentioned you how you sometimes when I call myself getting a little angry, whatever, you be like, had to laugh, and I'd be like, dang, Richard, he won't cuss for nothing. Ain't step on his toe, anything. Ain't no cuss word coming out of his mouth. But I was telling them last week, like how I used to do it back in the day. Anthony and all us back in high school, thinking I was doing something, and they would be laughing at me like, Richard, you need to cut it out. You ain't no cussing. Listen to you. They would love to hear me just to laugh. And I was like, so I was like, it ain't no use. As I got older, I was like, you know what? I probably no use doing it because I don't sound good anyway. And I really don't like the words I'm saying. I'm just saying it because I'm thinking it's cool, like some people do. But when you're Ric Flair, Rich Flair, should I say, you are the coolest. Don't let the wig fool you, y'all. Yeah, shout out to Miles Dixon, the Rise and Grind Morning Show. I got to definitely give plugs, definitely. Some of my shows I love watching. Shout out to the band engineer, Switchplay, one of my favorite shows on Mondays. Check them out, y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So when you coming off a good weekend from, the Laugh and Giggle show and Ballin' with Rich, go right into Switchplay and Rise and Grind. Hey, you can't beat that. You can't beat it. And there's so many more. We got some good ones. We got some great ones here over at Podcasting. Just had to give a shout out because that's one thing I love about it. Because you know how like some people I'm talking about the conceited people. Not nobody over here podcasting, but you know how you got some people who they got their own show where they be like, I don't need to listen to anybody else as long as this is my thing or whatever. But here. I mean, I'd be waiting, be like, Gurf, Gurf, Rise and Grind, Switchplay, I love them, y'all. Yeah, but check them out, y'all. Check them out. That's right. All right. How we looking on time, Miss Engineer? Another 30 minutes. All right. Like I said, the Halloween edition. I'm waiting for that call. I hope you call. If you, I'm gonna put it this way. I'm about to make fun of him. If you don't call, you the biggest John alive. You know who you are. Let me stop. That's my boy. If he don't call, because I know he had company, his family coming over to celebrate and everything. So if he don't call, that's okay. But no, I was just teasing. That's my man. Going back to the horror movies, because like I said, my nieces and nephews, it's so funny. Because I think I introduced them to horror. I really did. Back in the day, even now, like when Friday the 13th come and my niece over in Paris, she was so upset. She was like, Uncle Richard, I'm supposed to be sitting next to you in the theater. And the one that recently came out, she was like, I just love just having them there. And I remember one day I told one of them, I was like, I hope I wasn't a bad influence on putting horror on y'all. I didn't make y'all watch it, my niece was like, well, Uncle Rich, you be sitting there watching it. It looked so good or whatever, and just got into it. And I was like, okay, that's cool to know, because, never want to make you do nothing now, But they're big horror fans too, So, whenever we get together, we'll put on a scary movie or go see one. And, minus Monique, but she'll end up going to another theater, but she still be there. But
Cause I remember what was that? All y'all went. Was that was a Halloween, wasn't it? And I went with y'all, and I went to see
that was
the Hate You Give.
Yeah. That was the one in 2018.
Yeah, I was in the theater by myself. I had the whole theater by myself.
She had the hookup, y'all.
I was in the reclined chairs, and they was in the other booth, and I was like, I'm good, y'all.
Yeah. My sister, Nada, she was disappointed. She was like, Richard, I know how much you love it, but I didn't like that one. She didn't like the 2018 one. Yeah. I was like, okay, that's cool. Whatever. But like I said, how they had it 2018 and whatnot, you definitely get it if you know. And matter of fact, my aunt, I love teasing her. Shout out to my aunt Daphne. My aunt Daph, she had me laughing one day, y'all. She had the nerves. My aunt Daph, she had the nerves one day. We was talking, having a good time. She was like, Richard, who? She's like, oh, them scary movies. I can't believe you just be into them like that. You just love them scary movies. I said, Aunt Daph, if I got to give somebody the credit, it's you. You the one took us to go see Friday the 13th. She went to go take us to go see Friday the 13th Part 3. That's how I got into Jason. That's how I got into Friday the 13th, because of Daphne. You want to be honest about it. She took us that day to go see it, and been a fan ever since. Yes. Matter of fact, 3D, y'all. Go check. That's the best one. Matter of fact, didn't you buy me the set? The Friday 13th. I got the whole set at home. Still haven't watched it, y'all. Still haven't watched it. But they gave me the one on Part 3. I got the 3D glasses. Yes. So maybe tonight I might check it out since I got my Mondays back. Yes. No Monday work. Yes. Shout out. Yeah, I switched terminals, y'all. I didn't broadcast that because I was so busy trying to learn my new route and everything. But left Livonia now at Oak Park, the place where everybody always talk about. But it's been pretty decent there. I've been loving it. Shout out to my people at Oak Park. Shout out to the people in Livonia. So good to be here. Yes, sir. So, Miss Monique, besides the Halloween, what's been going on as far as work, or as far as planning on this new year coming up on the holidays? You ready for them? The holidays?
Oh yes. Yeah, I get excited about the holidays because the family, everybody's so far apart now, everybody comes home. So I'm excited about that. So Monet will be back and everything. It's been a couple of months since I seen her, so.
Don't cry. It's been quiet, y'all. It's quiet when she there too.
Yeah, it's kind of, she was messing with Monet, she was home so long, and with her going back, it's kind of just like, oh wow, sometimes I catch myself, I'm gonna be like, Monet.
She done it a couple times too, for real.
I'll be like,
what you talking about?
Yeah, I'm so used to it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. So that's why I say, what's good is like, once Halloween is here, that time is coming up for the holiday season and everything. And in the holidays, it kind of take a new, like I said, I get happy now. It was a little rough for me for a while for holidays when I lost my mom, but I do get excited now to get to, because everybody's away. It's then everybody comes home, so it's exciting.
All right, shout out to the greatest mother-in-law in heaven, definitely, Shirley Collins.
Yes.
All right. Okay, Ken, I see your comment on there talking about some state still sucks, but they beat y'all yesterday, though. Ooh. You know what? That's one. I got to say this. I was going to wait for Sean's show, but I got to say this little clip here. That's the one thing that makes me mad. You know what? Because everybody know I love Michigan State. And I'm the type of Michigan State fan that can get with Michigan, though. When Michigan not playing Michigan State, I'd be like, okay, I can get with Michigan. But it kills me with some of these Michigan fans when State beat they behind. It's like they cannot give it up for nothing. They cannot give it up for State for nothing. Like, okay, only one person have. Shout out to, like I said, my boy Derek. He's like, good game. Hey, State was a better team. Michigan could have did better, blah, blah. But it just killed me that these Michigan fans, they just cannot accept the fact that State has been owning that behind. on. Woo! Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. Oh, yeah. And Ken, you my boy, but I gotta wait to see that profile pic. I see that profile pic that you know that you're supposed to have up on your thing. Derek put his up. I know he cried putting that up. That's how much Derek he cannot stand Michigan State. But okay, Ken. Okay. Gloria, she's checking in. She said, I know Monet will come in. All right. Debbie, she's saying, good to see you earlier, Richard. Nice costumes. Patrick Jackson. What's up? Hey, Pat. Pat, I got to get over to your store, man. I got to get over there. What's going on, Pat? Okay. Pat, he also said it's because of COVID that people are not trick-or-treating. Yeah, that's one reason that, definitely that you haven't seen a lot of kids lately. Ken Robinson, Rich Flair, what's up, bro? Woo! Gloria, yes, go green and white. All right. Miss Iris Wood, she said too cute. I guess she talking about.
Yeah, probably talking about me.
Oh, we got. You know, in wrestling, we got the X-Men that usually come in with the mask.
Mr. X.
Mr. X. Mr. X is on the scene.
I'm the Rock. I'm whoever y'all want me to be.
All right.
Shoot, this junk is hot.
All right.
Not show it yet. Put it back down.
The greatest engineer in the world.
Yeah, that's what she is.
I'm old.
All right.
I'm Oxygen Man.
I was gonna have people guess see who you were, but he revealed himself, y'all.
I don't care.
All right, that's all right.
I'm old.
All right, y'all know who he is, the guy behind the scenes of the Laugh and Giggle Show. Sean P is in the house. Sean P. Hey, what's going on?
I'm famous. Where's my camera? Which way I go?
All right.
Where the baddest engineer? I'm a rocking chair.
I know Sean. No wonder he was so late, y'all. When he
went to my aunt's house.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. When he told me he had to eat today, I said, "Oh, Sean ain't gonna be here no 5 o'clock."
Right. In Dreamland, and then she on
I was like,
Hall Road. I drove down. I 5 different cities. Troy looked nice.
Really?
Troy, they building up in Troy.
Really?
Michigan.
Wow. Okay.
I should move to Troy. Become the mayor. I'm running for mayor.
Oh. Matter of fact,
I
want people tomorrow. Matter of fact, later on this evening and tomorrow, I'm gonna put on my page, and please check it out, especially my people on Detroit. Check it out because it was one of the best podcast shows of this year, or the Laugh and Giggle Show. Sean P. He interviewed Anthony,
the black man that's running for mayor. That's how you do it.
Yes, Anthony Adams, and you guys, some of you guys that call yourself still undecided or whatever, or not knowing too much about him, you need to definitely check out that podcast because he laid on the line on that podcast. I'm still got hopes for him. I hope people would just
You got that Jesse Jackson and the Lions hope.
There we go.
Hey, you got hope. I ain't mad at you. There you go.
Okay, well at least the Jesse Jackson hope is good.
What'd you say,
at least that is better.
What'd you say, the Lions hope?
Today, you know what's bad because I didn't really see the beginning of the game because I was out running errands or whatever. And I came home, Monique, she noticed that the game was on, and I'm sitting up just still moving back and forth. I'm like, they making me mad today. You know what though? Seriously, even though that they're 0-8. This is the first game that they played where it was like, you know what, y'all suck. That was the first time I said y'all suck.
Hopefully they fire the coach by tomorrow. That's what I'm going to wage on. When we going to fire the coach?
He's not getting fired this year. He just got here.
See, there you go. That's sad. Fire him. I'm taking wages and bets right now.
Okay, that'll be something. If they do, that'll be news. If they get rid of him.
If I was the owner, I would fire him. The week he cried, I would have fired him. Like, you crying in football? Okay, can I say what's up to somebody real quick?
Okay, go ahead.
No, you go first.
No, I was just gonna say,
I ain't saying that.
because I asked earlier people who their worst movies of all time. Ken Robinson, he said, "Man, the Leprechaun movie was the worst." That's definitely up in there. That's definitely on the top 10.
Dogg in that?
He was in one of them, because they had different.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Worst movie I ever seen was Nicole. No. Wah.
What's he?
I ain't hear nothing.
Yeah.
Nah, you went to a movie screening this week. You went to go see Dime.
All right.
She took a picture with Glenn, what's his name? Plumber.
My man.
She
yes,
Hollywood.
Yes, my man.
She Hollywood.
One of my favorites. Shout out to one of my South Central.
South Central.
Monique be like, Richard, you watching that again? I love that movie.
That was my favorite Halloween movie, South Central.
Halloween movie. Oh man,
When
come
you
on.
see what you say.
Right, there you go.
That's sad.
That was sad.
There you go. Ric Flair in the house. You so silly. Yeah, who's she supposed to be?
She is the sexy mermaid there.
Nah, I remember. Because I was looking at the show. Who's she supposed to be? And look at Nicole dressed up like the N-word. That's what you should have been.
Oh, Lord, there you go.
There you go. I'm roasting.
You know what?
It's funny to me.
Sean, this is a disclaimer. You can't come on Balling with Rich messing with the baddest engineer. You have to wait till next hour. You can't be messing with the baddest engineer.
That's Booby Johnson. Miles dressed up like Booby Johnson. There y'all go. Y'all say it.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Like I said, happy Halloween, everybody out there.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Glad for Sean P. Good to see. Always good to see Sean P.
Sorry I'm late. I apologize.
Oh, no, that's okay.
I
You fine.
disrespect you. I'm sorry.
No, you fine.
You know they had a comic thing downtown yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. They had DJ Envy Car Show. I was down there passing out flyers. But they had all the comic book people. All the kids was dressed up as characters. I said, wow.
When you gonna take your mask off?
Oh!
That's sad. If y'all laughed at that, that's the corniest joke in America.
Oh, good one. Yes. Mix it up.
Sad.
Yes.
Booby Johnson. Where Miles Dixon at? That's how you do it. That's sad. Don't fall for those corny jokes. Oh, Lord.
All right.
Yeah,
Bad
right.
engineer. She almost had me rapping. Halloween rap.
Hey, you should do one.
Yeah, okay, here
You
we
should
go.
do
Let me
one.
see.
Uh-oh.
This is Halloween night, and things are scary. The devil is around, and nothing is merry. This day, as you know, October 31st, Dracula's coming for blood because he's dying of thirst. So watch our home people. Stop being the most because you will get scared by the goblin ghost. The Wolfman is here, Dracula behind. Mummy is here along with Frankenstein because this is the night for trick-or-treating with the costumes on and the candy you are eating. Terror is around and nothing is safe. Blood is dripping all over the place. You start running to me with your heart full of fear, but don't come running to me because I can't help you, dear, because the monsters are together and they all will fight on this spooky day that we call Fright Night!
You so silly.
Freestyle, yes!
Okay, this is how you do it.
Halloween night!
I'm about to do it too. This weekend, Halloween fell on a weekend. Remember the ghetto boy?
Me and Sean B went trick or treat.
Robbing kids for candy. Now that's what we used to do when we was there. We used to do that. We be like, why go trick or treating? We just gonna take the kids' stuff. And we did that one year.
All right. Shout out to Miss Debbie. Good seeing her this morning. She's saying happy Halloween to everybody.
Okay.
All right. She said the Lions need some help. Big letters.
Okay.
For real. Hello.
H-E-L-P.
Yeah. But they'll be back next year.
Yeah, that's what you say every year. Sad.
They will become the greatest team, like the greatest wrestler of all time, Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I like that. You got
All
the
right.
belt and
Oh
everything.
yeah.
WWE.
Matter of fact, to be honest, this is not the original wig with it. I forgot to buy the wig. So I found this at the last minute, and the wifey had to help me out and cut it a little bit because it was down here, y'all. I was like, well, I ain't gonna wear it like that.
Hey, Ric Flair,
even though Ric Flair did wear it, about this length he had it. But if y'all saw it before, y'all have been like, ooh, Richard.
Right. He's little Richard. He's little Richard. He's little Richard.
Oh, wow, baba, boo, baba, wow, bam, boo, Judy, Fruity.
See?
I'm about to,
What you say? I'm gonna do that next year. I'm giving you ideas.
no, right. That would have been a good. That would have been a good one. Yeah.
I would have been Macho Man Randy Savage, but I didn't have time to order a costume. That's too much work. I ain't got time to do that. I like going into a store, doing what I gotta do, and get out. So
I hear you.
I went to Walmart, $7. So I'm happy.
Yeah. I had to thank the wife. She the one. If it wasn't for her getting me together, I would. Yeah.
Man, that's too much work.
Richard, who you gonna be this year? She had me looking through the catalog. I didn't.
Right. Yeah.
You know who I wanted to be last year? I was so mad. This is who I was instead of Run DMC, but I'm so glad I was them. But who I wanted to be last year? They had the freshest Coming to America hookup, Akeem hookup.
Oh, wow.
But they sold out. I was so mad. I was like, oh, that would have been perfect. And the movie came out last year, too. Yeah. That was perfect. I said, they were sold out. I was like, man. All right. So Sharpie, what is your favorite, what was one of your favorites of all time classic Halloween movies that you just saw was like,
Wow, no, I ain't got none.
You have none?
No. I seen a lot of scary movies. I remember... what's that movie, Poltergeist or whatever with the TV?
The first one.
At the static, and I was scared of my TV having static at the end because back in the day, our TV used to cut off like that. So that was a scary thing. And then this one is on the true story, the Jim Jones story. That was all those people dying. That scared me in real life.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so, I'm not a scary movie person, but, Jason X, that was terrible. I remember going to the show to see that.
God, man.
And then what was the other one? The one Jason Freddy versus Jason.
No, that was good. That was actually good.
No, that was terrible too.
No, that one was actually, the concept was nice. The concept was nice. Yeah. It wasn't,
what was the one, I Know What You Did Last Summer? That was garbage.
The first one was good. The other one.
Saw that one.
No,
the first one was
all
good.
of them was garbage.
The first one was good.
But those scary movies be, I never seen the Blair Witch Project. So
I heard that was really scary.
So you haven't watched it?
I heard it was whack. I heard it was really whack.
But it made a lot of money. So.
Yeah, it did. Because going back to what you said about Poltergeist, I never forget the first time I saw that I was at safety camp. And all of us, in the afternoons, in the evening, we all watched the movie. And so all the people in my cabin, we watched it. And we all slept together that night.
What you say? We all slept
and
together.
The guy before he went to sleep, before we left, he was like, "Don't look under y'all bed, y'all." That just tore us up.
Wow.
That clown under that bed. Oh my God! You talk about a scary classic moment, man. We all slept together that night. That was so funny. He was like, "Man, Rich, man, hey, we yeah, that was a classic, And I really, another one note about that movie, it was horrible what happened to a lot of them in real life. A lot of them went through a lot of tragics.
Yeah, they
started with the little girl.
It was a curse on it.
They said that movie was a curse. The little girl, they're here. She died unsuspectingly, and the young one who played the daughter, the other daughter, she got
strangled.
Oh yeah, she got strangled. You got strangled by her boyfriend, and
I was
then
gonna Google and see how much money it made.
I know it made a lot of movies. I mean, it made a lot of money though. But they went through a lot of the only person, Craig T. Nelson, who played the father. He kind of, and Joe Beth Williams, the mother. Shout out to them. Definitely.
It's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. I'm Nelly.
Uh-oh. Go ahead, rap. Go ahead, rap.
No, I did rap. Look at her.
Yeah, and I mentioned a lot of other shows. Definitely check out y'all. Definitely make sure you check out Sean P on Thursday nights too on the Sex Shop.
Sex Shop at 10:00 at night. And right before that is The Truth. That's about the Detroit hip hop.
Yes.
So Miles Dixon got me working. I'm tired.
Yeah, because it's so funny when they get to the Sex Shop show, you be sitting there like,
it's 10 o'clock at night.
I be cracking up, I be like, Sean, you sitting there like,
they talking about sex. I want to do sex. That's why I'm like, come on now. Now let's make this a movie. Then we'll be all right. She ain't give me the claps or nothing for that. Give me the clap.
There you go.
I got the clap.
Make sure you want to talk about the CLAPS one. Nah.
I don't know what that means. What do that mean?
I'm just messing with you.
I don't even know what he's talking about. See? Don't even know what he's talking about. Make her spit out water.
Triple H style. Triple H style.
Right.
All right. right. All right. Shout out to Sean P. Like I said, just all the shows that he's doing this thing.
No, shout out to Miles. He doing it.
Miles Dixon. Oh yeah.
He keeping stuff going on. Podcasting 1 and 2.
And 1 and 2. I forget about
yeah. Oh, and WGLD. So it's 3.
Yes.
See, I didn't know. I thought it was 2. I didn't get the last memo. I thought it was just 2. See.
All right.
So it's 3. All right.
Ken, he wrote something again. He having fun on here saying if the Lions were boxers, they'll be Glass Joe and punch out. Yes, you know I hate to say it. I hate to say it, Ken, but you right about that, man.
They'll be SD Jones in wrestling.
Man, how you gonna make fun of my boy SD Jones, man?
See, there you go.
Man.
He'll name somebody else who was worse than SD Jones.
The Brooklyn Brawler.
No, I take the Brooklyn Brawler or SD Jones.
I don't know, but
that's a classic.
Matter of fact, Moondog Spot and Steel and Barty.
Wow,
them 2.
right. Yeah, so silly.
Yes,
that is very sad.
Yes,
Vince McMahon, you have cursed us. You got us remembering wrestlers and they never did nothing right.
Yes, but one thing about Ric Flair is so funny. When I first started wrestling, he wasn't my favorite wrestler because when I first got into wrestling, it was all about WWF back then.
Yeah,
and Ric Flair was a product of the NWA, and it came. It was going on with the WWA, but it didn't have that exposure like they did.
We could barely watch that, or you'll see it like on an odd night or late night. You're like, what is this? And then you start getting the wrestling magazines.
The magazines.
That's when I started hearing about Ric Flair.
That's what did it for me. The magazine. And then when it started coming, I'm like, oh, that's that guy, Ric Flair. And just the way them guys used to promote themselves back then was awesome.
The Free Birds. That's how I remember.
Warriors.
Road Warriors.
But it was just something about Ric Flair. Yeah. When I used to watch, I was like, this dude cannot be this cool now. I mean, he can get on and just talk.
Styling and profiling.
This guy could talk for a whole hour and you would just sit and listen. Seriously, you would be like, this guy is good, man, on the mic. This guy is...
Nah, I like when he first came to WWE and Rick, he was going at Roddy fight. I don't want to do nothing. I'm just sitting here. I like my job.
I remember that.
That was great.
Yeah.
Then they jumped on Vince McMahon and hit him with the chair and all that.
And one good thing, him and Piper, they had some good matches over the years. They had some great matches.
Great matches.
That's Sean's favorite. That
Roddy Piper. Yeah. You never answered my question. What was the top 4 TV shows for wrestling?
First one definitely was Piper's Pit.
Oh, okay.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
The Pit Shop. The Pit Shop. That was dope.
The Miz. I like.
I've never seen that.
The Miz show is nice.
Okay.
Yes, the Miz. Shout out to the Miz. Still doing his thing on Dancing with the Stars. He's still on there, Monique. Dancing with the Stars.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
He's on Dancing with the Stars. He's still on there.
One more.
But his show definitely. And let's see. And believe it or not, let's see. Snake Pit. I just used to hate his voice, but I love this show though. I love you,
brother love. Yeah. You didn't. I thought you would have said Adrian Adonis. Remember the flower shop?
Yeah, he was all right. He was okay.
What'd you say? He was all right. He was okay.
But you know what? I started really hating him after he attacked Piper. That time they attacked Piper. I was like, I'm done with Adrian. You know. Wow. Matter of fact, I hate when they took him out of his leather jacket. He was better with the leather jacket on.
He got more exposure, I think, when he did.
He did. He got exposure as adorable Adrian.
Adorable.
He got more exposure, but Oh, okay. Oh, that time went by. Like I said,
she said it's so evil. 1 minute. Hurry up.
That's the signal between
Hurry
me
up
and the
and
bad
buy.
engineer.
Hurry up and buy. That's her deep voice. Hurry up. 1 minute.
Like I said, y'all.
The show about to end. Hurry up.
Thank you for watching us for the Halloween edition. I want to thank my baby for being my guest.
Yo, Mermaid.
Mermaid. Woo, yes.
She going to be on my show next week.
Yeah. Next week, check her out. The Laugh and Giggle Show. She'll be on there next week. And always thank you to Sean P. Y'all keep that
Just look at Nicole hating. See, she ate. 1 minute. 1 minute. Hurry up.
Sean P.
Hurry up and buy.
Real quick, anything you want to say to the people before we leave? I always ask that. Anything in your heart you'd like to say?
You only got 30 seconds.
I got 30 seconds.
Go ahead. Real quick.
Shout out to my family, my dad and my sister, Michelle, and my baby, Monet.
All right.
29 seconds. Hurry up.
All right. Thank you to Monique, Sean P., the band engineer. This is Richard signing off, and we'll be back next week. Stay tuned for the Laugh and Giggle Show, y'all. We out of here, y'all. Peace! Woo!